It is Italian Heritage Month, and we are back with a look at another restaurant here in Metro Detroit, in the Detroit area with proud Italian ties.
Simply delicious. 7 News Detroit reporter Jeffrey Lindblom is taking us back to SheWolf in Midtown.
I'm Jeffrey Lindblom in Midtown Detroit, here at SheWolf, where the man with the plan behind the scenes is Chef Lombardo, who in 2005 went to Italy to explore his heritage.
I thought I was Italian because I grew up in an Italian-American family, but I was not Italian. I had to really go back to Italy to really understand it.
Chef Anthony Lombardo grew up in an Italian-American family in Sterling Heights, and you're looking at his brain baby, SheWolf, which he brought to Midtown in 2018.
I had a calling to come back to Michigan and Detroit.
Leaving for years and setting off on a Michigander mission, he found himself attending culinary school in Italy 20 years ago, and growing fond of how different each region of the country's cuisine is.
I felt like it was an infinity amount of things I could learn.
Eventually, Chef found his first Italian love, the wine of Piemonte.
It reminds me of Michigan a lot. Heavy meat and potatoes kind of area.
His culinary love language would speak to him again in the place that he traces his own family line, Sicily.
It's a very unique region. It also reminds me of Michigan in the aspect of it's like super multicultural.
Leaving Italy and making a career in Washington, D.C. for nearly a decade, Michigan never left his mind, but the culinary scene he'd describe as underwhelming, until recently.
You could feel the city getting better. A new coffee shop, cool new restaurant with a unique chef. It wasn't like that when I was coming up as a young chef. Now there's definitely a scene.
He calls it an infectious renaissance, something he's proudly been a part of for the last 7 years.
I'm very, very glad to be here.
Chef's Plan A, contemporary Italian cuisine.
We want to take you to Italy. We want to take you to the motherland. And B, create a culinary environment where a lot of these young chefs don't have to leave Michigan in order to get the experience that they want.
SheWolf's name comes from Roman mythology, inspiring the restaurant's menu and look, which in Detroit, he thinks fits right in.
Because Rome, like Detroit, has a lot of history. You know, rise, fall, rise again, fall again. You should be able to lift SheWolf right out of the Cass Corridor in Detroit and drop it in the middle of Rome, and it would be a sexy, hot table to get.
Chef Lombardo's right into success, and he says he even has plans to open up a new restaurant here soon, no more than a block away from this location here, and that one's going to be Sicilian. Reporting in Midtown Detroit, Jeffrey Lindblom, 7 News Detroit.
Chef is the best.
And don't forget the gelato there. Thank you, Jeffrey. And a special treat tonight, SheWolf is sharing one of their recipes with us. Head to WXYZ.com for the recipe from Chef Lombardo. It's all at the bottom of this article.
You feel like you're at an Italian family dinner when you're in SheWolf. Chef is really the best.
And
All right.
you can appreciate the weather, too, all at the same time.